Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about something that has been prevalent in the K-pop community for a long time, and has kind of been on my mind lately. I've especially been thinking about this since the whole Blackpink disband thing went down on Twitter. If you don't know what I'm referring to, basically a few weeks ago, some Blinks made disgusting, incredibly offensive and disrespectful comments about Jimin, Namjoon and Taehyung, which pissed a lot of ARMYs off, leading to fanwar, which caused Blackpink disband to become a trending hashtag on Twitter. I am not going to get into what specifically was said about the boys. If you really want to know, you can look that up, but it was incredibly offensive and inappropriate, so I don't really recommend doing that. And though it seems unlikely, I still really hope none of them saw it for their own sake. So yeah, that whole situation left a very unpleasant taste in my mouth. And though it didn't make me want to remove myself from either fandom, I was still disturbed by it, and it made me think about everything a lot. But anyway, this topic has been debated for a very long time, and even before I started really getting into K-pop and standing groups, I would see why I unstan X group videos and Reddit posts and stuff like that all the time. I have watched tons and tons of BTS and Blackpink unstanning videos, and everyone that has unstanned either group has multiple different reasons, but one reason always repeats, and that is the fandom. Nearly everyone that has unstanned a group seems to be negatively affected by the fandom, to the point where it becomes the main, if not one of the main reasons they unstan. Now here's the big question. Does it really make sense to unstan a group because of the toxic side of the fandom? If you unstan a group because of the fandom, were you ever into the group in the first place? Is unstanning a group because of the fandom a legitimate reason to unstan? This is all the stuff I'm going to explore in this video, so let's get right into it. Fandoms are an extremely important part of standing a group in K-pop. The experience just isn't complete without immersing yourself into the fandom. People that don't interact with the fandom are often considered to be casual fans and not really stans. So if you are a stan, one of the main things that sets you apart from causal fans is the fandom. Being a part of a fandom means you get to share your liking for a group with others just like you. You have a group of people you can always turn to if you want to gush about your faves, stay up to date on them, or have people to freak out over something related to the group you stan with. And these are the people that truly understand your level of excitement and overall feelings. Fandoms often have inside jokes, memes, and so much other fun shit that really has the ability to elevate the standing experience. It can be so much fun to discuss things like comebacks, projects, songs, events, etc. that the group is working on and or putting out, with people that are just as interested in the group as you. Like, that is literally the main reason I started my YouTube channel. And that is why I make so many opinion related videos. It is just so much fun to talk to people that really get you and to just share your love for the groups you stan with people that are on the same page. Personally, I have found that some of my most fun experiences as an ARMY or Blink so far have been the ones that involve a friend that is also an ARMY or a Blink. When you can freak out over the same group with someone that is just as excited as you, it just hits different. It makes the entire experience of standing a group so much more fun, exciting, and it's like everyone in the fandom shares a unique bond. And I think that is something so beautiful. So the fandom plays a major role in defining your experience as a stan of a certain group. As I just explained, fandoms are influential to an incredibly large degree. So if they have the power to make your experience, they also have the power to break your experience as a stan. Toxic fans are a major part of the fandom experience that have the potential to make people want to distance themselves from the group itself. And there isn't only one kind of toxic fan, there are multiple. The fandom I am going to reference for examples is ARMY, but this applies to pretty much any fandom in K-pop. So there are chartmies or ARMYs that prioritize streaming, charting high, voting, breaking records, etc. over anything else, and anyone that doesn't stream or vote is accused of being a fake and hated on by them. Then we have the ARMYs that love to compare BTS to others by putting those groups down and trash talking their members and fandoms. These are the kind that start fan wars and literally create so much tension that it is even felt on the artist level at times. We also have the armies that will eat up every single thing BTS ever puts out or does, and will shit on armies that don't do the same, even if they are respectfully stating an opinion or offering constructive criticism. And then there are the jealous armies that hate on people that have gone to a concert with amazing seats, met or interacted with BTS in some way, or literally just hate on any female that breathed the same air as BTS or made eye contact with them or shit like that. And last but definitely not least toxic, we have the solo stans or so-called armies that hate on one or more members and say terrible stuff like X should leave BTS etc. I am sure there are many more, but these are the main ones I could think of, and in my opinion these are the ones that have the ability to ruin other armies' experience the most. So when you have people attacking you for simply stating an opinion or refusing to stream all the time, and you have to witness people saying horrible things to each other and about groups you love, etc., it can all get to be a bit too much to handle. These things literally have the ability to negatively impact your mental health to the point where you are left with no option but to cut things off to save your sanity. So with all that being said, why do people still think it is stupid to unstan a group because of the fandom? The fandom and the group are very connected, but the group is not responsible for the actions of the fandom. Then why should the group lose fans if they haven't done anything wrong? This is one of the main arguments I hear from people that don't believe it is okay to unstan a group because of the fandom. Another common argument is, why can't you just delete your social medias or unfollow accounts that are negative and continue stanning the group? Both of these are valid and make sense, but things aren't that simple and straightforward in my opinion. Of course the group does not deserve to lose fans because of the toxic part of their fandom. Of course they did nothing wrong and should not be facing any sort of consequence for something a fraction of people in their fandom have done. But when the fandom is such huge part of your experience as a stan of the group, when you have a bad experience, it can be hard to associate positivity with stanning the group altogether. It can become exhausting to keep putting up with the toxic part of the fandom, and every time you think of the group, it can be hard to not think of the negative fandom experiences you may have had, depending how bad they were and the kind of person you are. And for the delete your socials argument, I've heard this argument many times even when it comes to stuff like cyberbullying. Just delete your account or just log off. And now I'm not denying that that makes sense, but it is much more complicated than that. Especially if you have been a fan for a long time, and have been on social media following the group and fan accounts for a long time. When social media is a part of stanning for you, it takes up a large part of the experience. You might spend multiple hours a day interacting with other stans on Twitter or scrolling through your feed with memes and inside jokes etc. And letting go all of that can be really hard. Like I said before, it also depends on the kind of person you are. Some people can get over it easily, but for others it can really make them feel disconnected from the group and take a toll on their mental health. So what is the point I am getting at here? The point is that it is completely okay to unstan a group because of the fandom. Everyone responds to things differently and there is no single response that someone should be expected to have to a bad experience they had with the fandom. And so I don't think it is fair to shit on people that decide to unstan a group because of it. Alright, that is all for this video. Sorry if it seemed like it ended abruptly, lol. When I make videos like this going into detail about a topic that interests me, I just never know how to end them properly. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. What do you think about unstanning a group because of the fandom? Do you think it's justified? If not, why? Let me know in the comments. Have you ever had any experiences with the fandom that made you unstan or consider unstanning a group? Leave your experiences below. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.